Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today is November. The weather's been nice and cool. It has been wonderful. So I have some great fall projects to show you over the next week or so. I'm going to give it just a minute in case anybody wants to sign on. Right now I am working on Post-it notes. Aren't these cute? I know they're going to be backwards, but aren't they cute? Little Post-it note holders with mini pens. I do some of the local schools. I live here in Northeast Arkansas. There's Razorbacks. I'm a Gator, but you know, nobody here will buy Gator stuff, so I have to make Arkansas and Arkansas State. There's the basketball. I have a little sewing. Okay, my favorite are the coffee ones. So that is what I'm doing today and tomorrow. And last night I cut all my bases. I have a huge box full. That's more than I am gonna make. Because I have cut, whoops, I'm dropping them all over. I cut down my booth a little bit. So I'm gonna make plenty though today and tomorrow, so I'll have some for next year too. All right, so I'm gonna flip you all upside down here. And we're going to get started. I just wanted to remind you, here we go. I was looking for paper today, before I give you a reminder, looking for paper, which I did not find. I don't know where it went. And found a bag of winter clothes, which I'm excited about. So I'm wearing a shirt. It even had the tags on it. I didn't, had bought it last year and didn't wear it. So I wore it today. Exciting. Okay, so if you place an online order with me using the November host code, which I will post below in the video description, I will send you a packet to make these 3 gorgeous cards. Ribbons, rhinestones, we've got a snowflake, some designer paper, and I will include the instructions as well. So make sure if you want to place an online order to use that host code, and I will get these in the mail to you. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a little sampler today. I've been making 8x8 samplers this year. Now I had a sampler class Friday night. We had 15 people, and we made a fall and a Christmas sampler. So I'm going to show you the fall one real quick. And we did 12 by 12. So this is our fall sampler that we did using Blackberry Beauty, bunch of different things. It's a sampler. So you get a sampling of fall, all things fall related. So I'm going to take some of these and we're going to tweak it a little bit, and we're going to make a little 8 by 8 sampler. So I've decided I'm going to start a fall sampler class series in January. Starting in January, because I am swamped until the end of the year. And we're going to do 2 a month. So kits will be offered to go if you're ever interested. Those will be posting in my class descriptions in coming up in January. Okay, so we're going to start out with, we're using the Blackberry Beauty suite. So this is the designer paper, which is gorgeous. I know it's not orderable right now, but it will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can't cross my fingers, back in stock the middle of the month. But it's not just for Thanksgiving, it's for fall, it's for all time of year, as you will see in the next week or so. All right, so we're gonna start with this. I've used Blackberry Bliss for my bases, and the measurements will be on my blog later. And then I've cut a couple of leaves from the, let me show you what we're using. We are using the Beautiful Leaves dies. That's what those leaves are from. We're using the Harvest dies and the Intricate Leaves dies. And then the stamp sets we're going to use today are Beauty of Tomorrow, love that set, and Well Defined, which I love as well. So we're using the Gratitude set for today. Okay, we can get out some Blackberry Bliss ink, and we're going to stamp Gratitude. Now, I don't like stamping white on white because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, going to stamp Gratitude, hopefully centered and straight. We're going to give it a shot. That looks pretty good. I love it when I stamp it straight. It doesn't always happen. So when it does, it makes me excited. All right. So this is a very easy square to put together. This is like quilting with paper. That's why I like it. I like quilts, but I don't quilt. I am not very good at that. I like to sew occasionally. So I'm putting this up a little higher so we can get a little better look. It's, you know, a bigger piece of the DSP instead of breaking it up so much. And then I'm going to pop up these 2 leaves with dimensionals. They're very skinny on the back, so what I think I'm going to do is just cut a couple thin slivers off the side of my dimensionals. Let's grab the other sliver here. Okay, it's so small. I have a hard time with holding on to it. My goodness. Okay. Let's do one kind of down here and maybe one up here. It's okay if they go past the square too. Okay, so there's one. All right, let's do our next one. I've cut another piece of the Blackberry Bliss, and then I already die cut one of these leaves. This is my favorite leaf out of this set. It's just beautiful. I'm using a little bit of the gold trim. Yeah, for my sampler class, everybody got a package of this gold and silver trim that they used on their samplers, and then they got a pack of the black and white Christmas paper, which is what our other sampler was made out of. I'm excited. I like doing samplers. It's like making a whole bunch of little mini cards. And I'm going to show you how we're going to make these into big cards later. Later this week. Whoops. Okay, I got that caught on there. All right. Look at that. I gotta wind it back up. It's going crazy. All right, let's put this down. And what I should have done was use some adhesive sheets on here, which I did not. So I'm just going to put a little thin bit of Tombow glue down the middle of my leaves, my veins, and then a little bit on the end. So that's going to keep that glue from coming out. And I think I'm going to put this in this direction. If we want to switch it around, we can. Since it's a square. All right, how quick and easy was that? And then we're going to do one more. This has a few extra pieces. One of the things in this Beauty of Tomorrow stamp set is this beautiful little bird. It's very detailed, super cute. And I'm going to stamp that with cinnamon cider. Now, we have a die that cuts this out, but I seem to have lost mine. I don't know what happened to it. But something happened to it. So I'm just going to have to hand cut it. I imagine, oh, sorry. I imagine I will find it later. Oh my gosh. Let me hang that up. I apologize. I should have just taken that off the hook. All right, let's finish this up. And we're going to pop this up on here. I meant to stamp and cut that before, but I I got distracted by what I was doing for the craft show. What's on the back of this beautiful paper that I love. But that's okay, because I like this one too. You need to break up the, some of the dark color with a little bit of a medium tone. So we have like our dark, our medium, and then our white, which is our lighter neutral tone. And then we have a little bling, which is our gold foil. So I'm going to put a little gold foil circle. I use the circle dies. I use that a lot. And then I'm going to use a piece of this. And this is from the Harvest Dies. I cut it a little long. It's longer than this. I cut it down. But I just want to have it coming down here, off just a hair, and then I'm going to trim. Oh, man. I'm going to let that sit a minute longer to secure before I try to trim that off. Okay. All right, we're going to trim that. We're going to pop up our little bird. I'm just going to put one little mini dimensional here. Where do we want it? I'm going to put it right there, kind of overlapping. And then I'm going to add a few of these gold pearls. We have a lot of gold embellishments that are just also pretty. I'm just going to use these pearls. I'm going to do 3 on my kind of the open, whoops, come back. The opened flowers. Right here. Okay. All right, so that one is done. I want to cut just a little more of that off. Okay. Felt like it was hanging off there where I didn't want it. Okay. So our last one, I'm just using the base. I have a couple little gold strips, and I wanted to use this big pretty sentiment that says the changing of leaves reminds us that new wonders are just around the corner. And it's just got like a really cool, funky font to it. But we're going to need to emboss this with white embossing powder. So I'm going to ink up my stamp with Versamark. That was actually clear at one time. But we use our embossing buddies, which we don't have right now, but I'm hoping they bring it back. And that keeps powder from sticking where we don't want it. All right. Hopefully that is well inked. And we're going to put some white powder on here. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's do a quick heat embossing with my vintage heat tool. There it goes. Always takes a minute for that to kind of warm up a bit. All right. Now I'm going to put gold foil right on the edges, flush with the side there, the top and the side. All right. All right, we only have 4 panels, so we got to make sure we get a little bit of gold on each one. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a piece of thick white cardstock. This is 8 by 8. And let's see how this looks. All right, so I've made just kind of a guide for placement. This is 1 1/8 inch strips all glued down. I don't know that I want to I'm going to switch it around because I don't think I taped this really well. So it's not flush. I'm making sure my side and my bottom are flush, and then we're going to just do each corner. All right. Do that corner, and we're gonna switch this around. I'm gonna use the same corner for all of them. Make sure that my two sides are flush there. All right, and we're gonna do, whoops, see. Okay. Whoops, let's put this going this direction. All right, rotate this around and we'll do another one. I think our bird goes next. I don't know, sometimes eyeballing it's easier than, than trying to fit it in a frame that's looks wonky to you today. Okay, we're just going to eyeball this one because I have two areas to go by. Okay, that looks good. And that's it. Super quick and simple. Little die cutting first, but not too bad. I will have measurements posted on my blog. The link is below. And make sure to come back on Saturday. I've got another card that we're making, kind of going off our sampler theme for this week. All right, thanks everybody. And I'm gonna just check comments here. I see Judy's on. Hi Judy and Vicky. Thank you. All right, I think that's it, and I will see you guys back on Saturday. All right, bye-bye.